Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 4, Baby Be Mine. Before we get started with the video, I just want to make sure that you guys are doing okay. How is everything where y'all are? Everything is pretty much closed. You know, everybody is home over here, so, you know, how is it by y'all? Like, this is really crazy right now, so I just want to make sure that y'all are okay. Y'all are in good health. Y'all are washing y'all's hands. Y'all have enough food to eat at home and everything. Don't panic, but let's just stick together and just check up on each other. And, you know, yeah, so I hope y'all doing okay. I'm doing okay over here. Nobody I know is sick or anything. So, yeah. So let me know how y'all are doing. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to watch me. You know, now even though we're having all this stuff going on, I know y'all are home and probably like bored. So hopefully this, you know, helps. Okay, I love y'all. Anyway, so let's get right into this video. Okay, so then first we got Lisa and Usman. Okay, it's the morning after. Lisa saying that she's laying next to her destiny. Okay, Usman says on a scale from like 0 to 100%, it was like 70% good. Okay, I said okay. So we know Usman is like, you know, she got girl parts and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I was like, okay, Usman. So then they go to eat with his friends. Oh, before that, they have a scene where she was showing him what her friends had got her. And he was looking like, girl, what is that? So he supposedly used them, but he was looking like, girl, I don't know what that is, okay? So he was like, we definitely ain't using that. So I said, okay, all right. So they go to eat with his friends, and they're talking about Lisa meeting Usman's mom and how Usman's mom has to give them her blessing in order for them to get married. And the friends tell us that his mama really don't, you know, she's kind of scared of Lisa being with her son because she thinks Lisa's going to take him to America and make him a slave. I said, you know what? I mean, her thoughts are not just coming out of the blue. Like, you know, it really did happen in history. So I'm like, okay, I can see why mama could think that way, you know. So I'm not going to say mama is crazy for thinking that, okay? So anyways, Lisa's like, okay, so, you know, I don't want mom to think that way, but we don't need her blessing. And so Usman's friends is like, yeah, you definitely need her blessing, because in our culture, like, we respect our elders and we respect our parents, and their blessings mean a lot to us. And Lisa was like, Usman, tell him we don't need that. We don't need it, okay? And Usman is like, baby love, we're gonna talk about this later, because baby love, like, we need that blessing, okay? So the next scene, they're packing to go to his hometown where he lives. He says he's from a different part of Nigeria, and he moved to, I forgot the name of the town, but that's where he lives right now. He moved there because it's easier for him to get his music out there. It's more of like a music town where he can network with people and stuff like that. So he has an event coming up, so they go into his place that he lives with his friends. Okay, so they're getting into the car, Lisa and his friends in the back seat, and Lisa sees Usman's phone is just blowing up. Okay, and as soon as Usman gets back in the car, she's like, your phone is blowing up, like, who is that? And he's like, girl, I don't know that number, so like, whatever. And he's like, this woman is jealous. Like, she's checking my phone. Like, every time it blows up, she's like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Okay, so he's like, this woman, this might be more of a problem than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be an easy, you know, I give her what she wants and then she'll be good. But it's not going to be like that, Usman, okay? So they make it to the place where him and his friends live. And Lisa got in there and acted like she was so surprised about their living conditions. And she acted like she didn't realize how bad it was. So I'm like, girl, like, she was in there acting, I thought, really disrespectful. And I was like, Lisa, like, you're in a whole nother country, you know, like, try not to seem like, she was in there like, oh my gosh, y'all live like this? Oh my gosh, y'all live like this? Oh my gosh. Oh my, I was like, girl, okay. I thought she was doing way too much. But anyway, so she's happy that they're going to be staying in a hotel. And Usman goes to talk with his friends in like a separate room, and he's like, look, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, you know. I thought she was going to just get over here and I could be like, baby love, and everything would be fine. But her attitude is going to be something to deal with, and this is going to be a problem, and I'm scared she's going to be disrespectful to like the industry people that are here. So like, we're going to see, but I'm scared. And I'm like, I'm scared too, okay? So that was Lisa and Usman. Then we get to Varia and Jeffrey. So they're sightseeing around Moscow, and Varia's like, you know, I understand it's been a long time since he's had a girlfriend, so maybe that's why he's a little nervous around me. So they're connecting a lot more, you know, as they're walking around and getting to know each other. So they get on some type of like contraption, Ferris wheel or something, and they talk about living in Knoxville. And Varia was like, look, I don't want to live in no village. Like, I don't want to live in the country, on the outskirts. Like, I want to live in a city like New York, okay? And he's like, well, you know, if we're going to be together, you might have to come live in Knoxville, boo, because I ain't trying to live in New York, okay? So they got to figure that out. He's also waiting for the right time to tell her that he is an ex-con, because I guess she doesn't know about that at all. So I don't know why people get on here and do these big reveals about themselves, but you know, it's 90 Day Fiance. It's 90 Day Fiance, so of course there are going to be some secrets and lies and hiding. I'm like, oh Lord, just, you know, just tell everybody in the beginning and just get it over with. But he is just going to drag this out. So they have a nice day, and they're in a taxi, and he's about to get dropped off at his hotel. So he wants her to come to the hotel, up to the hotel room with him. And she's like she's like, I don't know. Okay, so she says yes, and she goes up to the hotel room with her, okay, with him. So the next scene, it's the morning after, and they did some things, okay? And I'm sure her friends are looking at this very disappointed, because they're like, girl, this is exactly what we told you not to do, and you went ahead and did it anyway. But you know, Varia feels like now that they trust each other more, they can go to the next step, and she can bring him to the town where she lives, and he can meet her friends and whatnot, and then eventually meet her mama. Okay. So he's like, okay, girl, that sounds fine. And she's like, no, you should be scared to meet my friends, because they don't really like you like that, and they don't really want me to be with you like that. And he's like, girl, whatever. So they're getting ready, and she's in the bathroom, and she sees his comb. It's like a wooden comb, and it has a name on it. And all of a sudden, she just takes it off the sink and she throws it away. And we're like, girl, what? So she calls him in the bathroom, and she's like, look, this comb that you had on the sink, it had your ex's name on it, and I don't appreciate that, and so she threw it away. And he's like, girl, what is your problem? Okay, so he takes it out of the trash and, like, you know, cleans it. And he's like, look, it doesn't mean anything to me like that. It is just a comb. I need to comb my hair. And she's like, look, I will buy you another comb. Don't use that comb. And he's like, this woman is jealous, and I'm a little worried. Okay, so did she overreact about the comb? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how I would react to that situation. So I'm like, did she overreact to y'all? I don't know. I'm like, I can see both sides. So I was like, I wouldn't call her jealous off of just that. It'd have to be like multiple things for me to be like, okay, she crazy. Okay. So was that a lot for y'all? I was like, I thought he overreacted a little bit. But anyway. So the next scene, they make it to her apartment, and he gets in there and he's surprised at the way that it looks. Okay, the apartment looks unfinished, and he goes into the bathroom, and she has no sink in there. They have like wires and pipes showing, and he's like, girl, what is going on? And she says that she owns this apartment, but she stopped like renovating it and updating it whenever she met Jeffrey. And he's like, girl, why would you do that? And she's like, well, I was trying to save money so I could come out there with you in America. And he's like, okay, so you want to come out there just to go, you want, like, when you met me, that was your ticket to America? And she's like, yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I'm like, okay, girl. Varia is up front. And Jeffrey's like, okay, it's like right in my face that the benefits of our relationship is her coming to America. Or it could be the main reason why she's with me. And Varia's telling you that it's the main reason that she's with you. You know, like, she's like, look, I found a man who was American and I can come to America, so what's up? So it's up for him to decide if that's a big deal for him or not. But anyways, on to Ed and Rosemary. So Ed and Rose make it to the hotel. And Rose is a little uncomfortable because Ed keeps on talking to her, okay? And she says, look, I know English, but not like that. So he needed to shut his mouth and just, you know, treat me like a queen and leave me alone, okay? So they make it up to the room, and there's like 2 beds, but they're pushed together. And they're both like, you know, we can just sleep separately and like not do anything tonight. And they're both fine with that, okay? So nothing really happened. So they go to bed, and he's like, you know, good night, my queen. I'll see you in the morning, okay? So it's the morning after, and you know, they confirm that nothing happened. And yeah, and Ed is like, he was okay with it because he wants her to get tested first. So he doesn't know when is the right time to tell her that. But he is okay with how slow things are going right now, okay? And of course, Rose is like, yes, I feel like I'm being treated like a queen, so I'm cool with it, okay? But she says, look, everything was fine last night, but the man put the air conditioner on way too low, and I'm freezing in here. And he was saying he was still hot, and I'm, you know, like, I was like, girl, I'm definitely like naturally cold too, so I would have been in there shivering too. Like, can you turn the air conditioner off, please? Okay, but anyway. So they go to the market. Ed wants to buy her some pajamas, okay? Because last night she didn't have no pajamas, and so he felt bad. So he's like, look, I'm gonna go buy the girl some pajamas. So they're in the market, and it's overwhelming for Ed because 1, it's a lot of people, and 2, it's hot, okay? So as soon as they get to the market, he starts to like sweating, and he is drenched, okay? His shirt is just soaked. And so he's like buying her some pajamas, and he gets upset because she keeps grabbing his wallet and taking the money out. And then she tells the man to keep the change, and he's like, look, don't tell him what to do with my money, okay? Okay. So she's like, what is the big deal? So she keeps doing it, and he says it's getting on his nerve because it makes him feel like she's taking advantage of him. Okay. Of course she is, okay? But he says that he is hot and he's uncomfortable and he wants to leave, okay? So, all right, Ed. Anyway, so then we get to Avery and Ash. Avery lands in Australia, and Ash is there waiting for her. They come together and they embrace, and it is cute. They look like they're a nice couple, okay? Ash says that the chemistry is so natural, and she's even more gorgeous than she is online. And Avery's like, look, this is all nice, but I really hope that this is real, because this man seems like he knows all the right things to say. Okay, so then we get to the next scene. They're driving to an Airbnb because he has his own place, but he lives with his brother, and his brother was like, look, I don't want Avery over here in this apartment, so that's why they got an Airbnb. So Avery is like, look, like, I like that we have our own space, but why does the brother not want me to be over there, okay? So we gonna figure that out later. Ash tells us that, like, he knows that he can tell by the way Avery looks at him that she's so in love with him. And I'm like, girl, this man is giving off red flags that he is like a narcissist or something, or somebody who like knows how to play people, okay? So I'm like, I'm seeing all the red flags, but girl, anyways, she's seeing him and just, you know, looking the other way. So they get to the Airbnb, and he gives her some black roses because she likes the color black. The producers tell him, like, do you know that black roses symbolize death? And he's like, yes, I know it symbolizes death, but from the darkness emerges light, just like our relationship and our love. I said, you know what? You know what? Okay, Ash, okay. So he also gives her some like matching bracelets with their names on it, and she says it's it's nice, but she knows that he already made them for her because they broke up about it. And she says the reason that they broke up about it was because he put it online and she thought he was moving too fast for her, so she stepped back, and so they broke up. And I was like, okay, all right. So that was Avery and Ash, y'all. So then we get to David. He is a new person. He is 60 years old from Las Vegas. Okay, he says he wants to sell all the things that he has and retire and live in an RV. He wants to sell everything but his prized possession, which is his unicycle collection. Okay, he says he's had them for 40 years. I said, okay, David, all right. He tells us about his girlfriend that he met online. Her name is Lana. She's 27 and she is from the Ukraine. He says that he has always been in love with Slavic women ever since he saw the cartoon Bullwinkle, and they had Natasha on there. Okay, do y'all remember Bullwinkle? That used to be one of my shows too. I used to like to watch cartoons all the time. So that's the reason why he likes Slavic women, or he has a fetish for Slavic women or something like that. Okay. He says he met her on a dating site 7 years ago, and he says that she pursued him aggressively. Red flag number one. Red flag number one. Okay. He says they've never met in the 7 years, and they communicate only through chat, which the chat translates over to him in English, and translate English to her language. He has to pay for it by minute though. Pay for it by the minute. He says he has spent $100,000 so far over 7 years over this like chat by minute system. And everybody's like, girl, what are you doing? But you know, he says that she doesn't want to talk on any other platform, so he has to pay the money to be able to talk to her. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me, okay? So he goes to talk to his friends, who look like they're trying to be supportive to him. But the friends tell us that she has stood him up multiple times with some lame excuses, okay? And he lists off the excuses, and I'm like, that's definitely lame excuses, okay? So she stood him up multiple times already. They don't think this time is any different. They don't feel like she's going to show. His lady friend across from the table from him, she's from Ukraine too, and she says that she was on dating sites, but the difference between her and Lana is that she paid to be on the dating sites, you know, and you know, Lana's using David's money to be on this dating site, and she says the woman is a gold digger, okay, point blank period. The next scene, we see David chatting in the park. He's on the computer talking to Lana, and he's telling her that he's coming to see her, and she is just being shady on the phone. I mean, on the chat. She's just being shady. He's like, I'll meet you on the train. Like, what about the tickets? She's being shady about like the tickets, and like he's like, what will you wear on the train? And she's like, I don't know, but maybe a blue dress. Okay, so I'm like, she's being shady. So then David FaceTimes a woman named Anya, okay, and we're like, who is this woman, okay? She is from the Ukraine, and they had met before when he was trying to find women before, and they had met up in Ukraine, but he says that he didn't like her because she was too shy. So, but they still remain friends. And she got married. She says she has a husband and whatnot. So he tells her he's going to be up there in the Ukraine. And Anya's like, look, you know, me and my husband will come and meet you or whatever. But Anya doesn't like Lana because Anya feels like Lana is a gold digger. Okay, so everybody feels like Lana is a gold digger except for David. Okay, so what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Then we get to Stephanie and Erica. They are the boring, Stephanie is the boring couple of the episode, or person of the episode. Her storyline is not interesting to me, but we're gonna go through it, okay? She says she's going to go meet Erica in Australia in a few days. She FaceTimes her, and she tells Erica about the dinner that she had with her parents and how she didn't tell her parents that about her being bisexual, and she doesn't feel like she was ready. And Erica's like, okay girl, cool. Stephanie mentions that she can get a little jealous at times, and she feels that her and Erica are very different. Erica is more of a social butterfly and has friends and whatnot, and Stephanie is a little more isolated, so she feels like she could be jealous, you know, of Erica when she gets over there. So the next scene, we see Stephanie packing, and one of Stephanie's friends come over to help her pack. And we see all the medications that Stephanie has to bring because we know that she has an illness, you know. So she needs a lot of medications to keep her healthy. So, you know, that's sad to see. So then her friend drives her to the airport. See, it wasn't that much, okay? Maybe her storyline will pick up, but for right now, it's boring, okay? So then we get Darcy. Darcy is the last person, okay? Darcy, she's at the spa because it is a girls' day, okay? She's with her sister Stacy and one of their friends. Her and Stacy tell their friend about like what's been going on, about they've seen the pictures of Tom with this mysterious blonde woman, you know, and like what's going on. And yeah, Darcy gets emotional. Okay, Darcy says like this is a lot for her, and she didn't picture her and Tom going like this and whatnot. But she's still considering going to New York City to meet up with this man. And Stacy and the friend are both gassing her up like, girl, go and show him how bad you are, and, you know, confront him. And I'm like, y'all don't have this girl's best interest at heart. Y'all know Darcy is emotional. Like, there's no reason to go meet up with Tom. Tom has obviously moved on. Darcy, just move on and be done with him, because there's no reason to talk to this man about anything. Like, just be done with the girl. Just be done. Please, okay? So that was it for this episode, you guys. Let me know what y'all thought of it in the comments below. Like I said, please stay healthy. Wash y'all hands. Wash them, okay? And stop buying up all the food in the stores, okay? Just get what you need, all right? I love y'all. Be safe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.